Hi, Professor Joe here, and this is part 3 of a discussion I've been having with you about what makes for a great education. In the first one, we talked about craft, the practical skills of being a performing artist. The second one, we talked about literacy and the value of that, and really the essential nature of having a continuing curiosity to develop your literacy. The third part of a great education is that you are going to develop an awareness of the professional practice of your field, right? And so what that means is, I can rattle off an inventory of things like you'll understand how to prepare your auditions, how to identify where work opportunities are, how to apply for those work opportunities, knowing how to set up auditions, how to talk with the people in between the production and you, which would be agents, managers, casting directors, and so forth. Understanding what a contract is and how to read a contract and how to negotiate a contract. Understanding what the professional trade unions of your field might be, and much, much more. There's a lot to understanding the professional practice of your field. And it's very important that you understand these things are not static. The way that the business operated, the business meaning show business, operated before COVID, which is at the time of this recording only about 5 years ago, and the way it is now is radically changed. And it continues to change in some ways every single year. That goes to understanding the difference between what a headshot can be now versus what it might have been 8 or 10 years ago. Understanding what kinds of audition material are going to serve you best. Understanding where you fit into the employment puzzle, and how you're going to identify roles that you can play today. And that has changed in the last few years. So once you're in the swim of the profession, you will assimilate these little changes in the industry as they evolve on a daily basis. Being at an audition or talking to somebody in a casting conversation and realize, oh, that's changed. Okay, make a note. But as a student, you're going to need to accumulate a lot of information and fairly quickly. And so it's important that you have both teachers that can help lead you to that and a curiosity to find this out for yourself. Why that curiosity matters is that you must be a self-starter. Whether you're a self-starter as a student or whether you're a self-starter once you get out, that is a fundamental instinct of being a performing artist. You are an independent business operator, and you have to do the research and development work yourself. You have to understand the legal aspects of it to a certain extent, and you need to really understand the evolving nature of the industry. That begins in college, and I hope that means that this will encourage you to start reading Playbill, reading American theater, reading the major dailies, the major publications like, for instance, the New York Times or the Chicago Daily News, or if you're in Los Angeles, Variety and so forth, that you start taking those in and you begin developing an understanding of what the industry is about, because it is a business as well as an art form. And if you don't know how to sell your art, you're going to be very hampered in your opportunities to do what you love. At some point in your career, you may become wealthy enough or successful enough that you have a lot of people who handled some of those things for you, but you will never not need to have that curiosity about the industry, about where you can find opportunities, and it's just, it requires that you are willing to go down the rabbit hole looking for auditions and identifying theaters and other collaborators you're going to work with. It's a great pleasure to do, but you must learn what it is, and you have to learn to love it. So that's a little bit about professional practice, and that is an important piece of what you will be doing when you're in your university training.